So I'm currently getting ready. I know it's been a long time, you guys. Okay, let me start off with that. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. I know it's been a really long time, and yeah, it's just been a really long time. I feel like I have tried to film several videos for YouTube, I'm gonna be honest, and they never turn out how I picture them. The video, the quality, just like I want to give my best, and I don't want to post like something I don't love. Anyways, there's more people pulling up. I'm in my car. There's more people pulling up around me. But anyways, I wanted to update you guys on my fertility journey, because I think one of the last videos I posted was me talking about like pregnancy and miscarriage and that was like already like so long ago. But anyways, I'm still trying to get pregnant. Since that last video, I did have another miscarriage January of 2022, and so I haven't talked about it because that was during a time of me finding out, or kind of around the time our family was just really excited that my sister had just gotten pregnant through IVF. So I just didn't feel like it was the best time to announce like, oh, I'm pregnant and like all that. And anyways, I kind of had a feeling it was going to end in a miscarriage anyways. So I didn't say anything, and I don't know. I didn't say anything. But now that I'm going through this process right now, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, I ended up telling like my sister and like my mom and stuff, and like we're talking about it, so now I can let the world know. So yeah, I've just been kind of dealing with that. But anyways, an update on my journey. So I did have that miscarriage, and then do I have a mirror? I don't even think I have a mirror, so I'm gonna have to use literally, let's see if this works. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit darker because my mirror, let me do my brows. I was gonna do my foundation, but let me do my brows. Okay, so I'm currently at the doctor's right now. I am going to do a saline sonogram. I looked up the difference between a sonogram and a ultrasound, and technically like the sonogram's the pictures you get. So I don't know why they, oh, you know what? I forgot a spoolie. Oh wait, I think I have, no I don't. Well, that's just lovely. Lift these hairs a little bit. Come on. So I'm getting a saline sonogram. So let me backtrack. So I told you guys that I was going to get surgery for my cyst. And what happened with that was me and Chris ended up getting married, which I don't even know if I've said that on YouTube. I don't think I have. And so that completely changed my insurance. So I had a scheduled date for my surgery, and I had to cancel it because they were like, oh, your insurance expired. And I ended up switching insurances to Kaiser, and I was at John Muir at the time. So they canceled it. And then my OB at Kaiser, which she is amazing, but she was like, hey, I think that you should go see a fertility specialist first and let them look and stuff. That way, like if there's anything else that's wrong during that surgery, we can like do it all at once, rather than you doing the surgery for your cyst and then having to go back because you need another surgery, whatever, a large septum or whatever. That's what could happen, and other things too, whatever. So I was like, okay, well, I had to do a bunch of blood. I started with the fertility. They like requested all this blood work, Chris's blood work, a semen sample, like everything, right? And because they need to make sure, like, you know, it might be something with, you know, the male and whatever. So anyways, that took us from February, and now we are in October. So I think it is my fault for how long it obviously took to get to this point. But that's just my own fault, because I was just hoping so much that it would happen naturally. It was just like, it's gonna happen, like I'll track my cycles more, I'll buy all these ovulation kits, yada yada yada, and like, no, it didn't happen. I mean, it happened in January, but that was it, right? Anyways, so then we finally did all the blood work and everything, and in like August, I would say, they finally booked me an appointment with them, a consultation, which was the end of September, so it was like a month out. They parked right next to me, and there's like 1,000 other spots, so that was kind of awkward. But anyways, my appointment ended up being a month out because, you know, with fertility and stuff, it's just everything is always so freaking booked. So then they canceled on me twice, and I was like so frustrated. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I was like very emotional about it. I was like crying to my sister when I found out it was canceled. Like, it was just like a really big mess, just because it was just like, fertility stuff already takes a long time, and you're canceling my consultation and video appointment they're not looking at anything, checking anything. It's just literally the start, and I couldn't even get that appointment. Anyways, finally I got that appointment. Thank God. The doctor was like amazing. She's the sweetest person. And she went over everything. Like, Chris looks great. My blood work and everything looks great, which is like good. But then it's like, okay, so like what's going on? Like, what's the problem, right? So she said that we should do a saline sonogram. That can check for like a lot of things. I don't know, look it up. I'm not going to really go into detail because honestly I don't even remember that much. And from there, the saline sonogram will tell us if I do need surgery for something else. If everything looks good, we'll just automatically book my my cyst surgery. I'm sorry, you guys. It's like not it. Ugh. I tried to park in like the best spot that I could, and now I feel like it's not the best spot. But anyways, I have to do this sonogram. So I'm here right now. The doctor requested that I start taking prenatals, which I ordered prenatals and I've been taking them. And I had to get a negative pregnancy test because you cannot do this sonogram with a positive test, right? You cannot, I mean, you can't do it pregnant. And so I did all that. Just another disappointing pregnancy test, but I had to do it. And yeah, so now basically I'm going to do this sonogram, and if everything looks good, again, like I just said, I will just go ahead and schedule the cyst surgery. And then from there we can try. She did say that once I'm done with like the cyst surgery and everything, she will probably put me on some type of medication to help keep a pregnancy because, oh, and this is the other thing. So I was officially diagnosed with recurrent pregnancy loss. So I was officially diagnosed with that from my OB, which I didn't even know she like officially, I thought she sent me over this way so they can like kind of diagnose me or whatever, but no, it was already in there and everything that I do officially have that. So yeah, it's kind of like annoying. It's kind of like scary, right? But you know, it is what it is. So it's kind of a good thing though, because insurance covers some stuff more than they would if I was just like coming here, you know, like to see what's going on. Like, no, my OB did diagnose me with that, so insurance covers like a lot more. I know my eyebrows are taking like forever, but it's because I'm in the car and I don't have a good mirror. Anyways, did I miss anything? I hope I didn't miss anything. I feel like I'm missing something else to tell you guys, but I feel like that was gonna be a lot longer story. But yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you know like how hard all this has been for me and just the emotions that come with it. I just don't think, unless you are in this situation, you really don't know how much energy this takes out of you. Like, I hate that like we are taught so young that if you have sex, you are going to get pregnant. Like, I hate that, because then we come to the age where we can and we want to have babies, and it's not that easy for a lot of people. And I understand it's, you know, for a lot of people it is like easy, but still for a lot of people it's not. So it's just like really frustrating. So, and it's also really frustrating that like I've had a kid once, and you would think too like, oh, okay, that means like it should be easy to have more, and that's just like not the freaking case at all. And it's just like it's crazy. But anyways, so that's where I'm at, and I'm honestly debating on moving, you guys, just because I want to get this video out and I want it to look nice in this situation. Literally moved because I need to get this video up, and I'm not about to like tell you guys this stuff and then like have to refilm it because it's just dumb. Anyways, so yeah, and then my appointment was like an hour away from home, and with traffic that is like way longer, so I ended up just getting here early, and then I brought my makeup, which I would never do, but I thought I'm gonna be here an hour early, I might as well, and then I want to film this, so I was like, why not just freaking bring my makeup? So it's kind of like my update, you guys. I was saying, like, it's been very, 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 very hard. Like I said, like there's no explaining. Like if you do not go through it, you just will not have any idea. And of course you can like imagine like just not being able to like, if you have kids and you want, or you know, you have kids, and imagine like just trying so hard to get to that point, and it's just, you can imagine that and you can say, yeah, that's so hard, but the reality is there's so much more that goes into it. Doctor's appointments, so many phone calls, insurance phone calls, like talking to it with your partner, that's freaking hard. Like I don't want to talk about it half the time, like I just don't, but it's, you know, it's a good thing I do. And like, you know, and even though I'm the woman and it's me, which was also very emotional, I'm so happy I kept it together on the phone with the doctor, because there was a lot of stuff we had to talk about and like questions I had and stuff. But when she said like, you know, Chris is great, like everything with him is great, his sperm, his freaking blood work, like everything, and I'm just like, I knew it was me, you know, but it's just like, it's like so frustrating. And of course, like I don't want anything to be wrong with him or like both of us, but it's just like, it's just frustrating, you know. It's just really, really like, what's wrong with me, you know? Like I've had one kid, like why is this happening now? So many more things just than just like, oh, I'm trying to have a baby and I can't and it's hard. Like there's so much more to it, and so many more emotions, and just like draining to take a pregnancy test every month, because you're hoping, like you're really hoping, and then your hopes are shattered every single freaking month. And then ovulation and timing, everything, it's like it should be so, like, you know what I mean? Like you shouldn't, I always thought like you would never have to do that, it would just like happen, you know? So it's a lot. It's more than I could ever imagine. If you've gone through it or you're going through it, I'm so sorry, and I'm here for you. And so many people on Instagram have come to me. It's great, you guys. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. I talk not in this much detail, because just I don't want to make my Instagram that long. That's why I'm honestly doing it here too. But so many people on Instagram have told me they're going through, people that I literally know, that I talk to, that I went to school with, that like we comment to each other, like they're going through it. Like they actually came to me and told me like, I'm dealing with this too, or like, you know, I did this and it worked, like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's so common, you guys. It's so common. And I'm not saying everyone's journey is going to be like mine, where like I have this cis issue, so I feel like this is what's causing me not to get pregnant or keep a pregnancy, but we don't know that obviously for sure. And so I'm hoping like once I get the cyst removed, like yeah, then I would get pregnant. But yeah, there's just like so much that goes into it, you guys, and just the constant wondering, like, what is it that I'm doing wrong? Like, do I need to be taking more vitamins, or is it just something, you know what I mean? There's just so many things that go through your head, right? And yeah, so anyways, it took me over a month to get in with this doctor, like almost 2 months, and I'm so happy I'm here now, and I'm gonna get this sonogram and see what the heck, you know, if there's anything else. I was actually having really bad pain this morning, like almost like my cyst pain, but it was really only on like one side, and I was like really nervous because I had a really light period this month, and it just made me think of an ectopic pregnancy. But I took a pregnancy test and stuff, and it was negative, and I feel like, I know ectopic, they say like your HCGs don't get as high, but I think it would already been high at this point, because my period is already like 10 days out from having my period. So that's like a whole nother thing. I'm gonna talk to my doctor about it right now. Another thing I just want to say, everybody has their own opinion on fertility and infertility and what they both mean, and so whatever you think, you know, you think. I'm not gonna sit here and argue about it, but my doctor even mentioned it when we were on the phone for my consultation, that I am fertile. Like, I'm not infertility. Like, I will never, look at the sun's coming over here this way now, to try and like not have a kid. Like, I've obviously had one, and I'm actually getting pregnant. It's just like keeping me pregnant, you know? So I think there's like a big difference. So I will never say infertility. There's people that like literally need medicine in order to get pregnant, and that is not me, okay? At least not right now. I don't, you know, I can get pregnant, obviously. It's just a matter of keeping the pregnancy that we're trying to figure out too. And yeah, my doctor did say I might need IVF. We don't know, like, you know what I mean? But like, she doesn't think that. But I'm just not going to say infertility. I'm just not doing it because I feel like that takes away from the people that are really infertile and like cannot get pregnant on their own and stuff like that. Like, you know, so I'm not going to say that. And I try and be very specific at the words that I use because, you know, it's a sensitive topic and I'm not going to say everybody's journey is different. And just because just because I'm technically not infertile does not mean this isn't hard. It's freaking exhausting and one of the hardest things I've had to go through, but I've been through a lot of hard shit this year. So anyway, that's that. But yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any other questions, comment, DM me. I can answer, like I said, if there's something specific you want to know or like what happened with this or that, like let me know and I can answer what the experience is for me, but not to say like your doctor is going to say the same thing. You know what I mean? Like everybody's experience and situation is so different. So I'm not going to say like, yeah, you need to do this or that or whatever, but I feel like with what's gone on with me and like my knowledge, I feel like I know like pretty good, but that's again my experience. And then even with my sister, like she's, you know, given me a lot of knowledge too. Yeah, and I really haven't come on here and say, you know, obviously, but again, if you follow me on Instagram and all that, you know that my sister got pregnant with twins last year with IVF, and unfortunately in April she had them at 20 weeks and it was too early and stuff. So we've been dealing with that as a family. I feel like it's just been a hard year. It's been a freaking exhausting hard year, and I'm just like so many things that we thought were going to be one way are not. So I'm dealing with that too, and I'm okay, you know, but I did have some like anxiety and stuff like that. And the way I found out, I feel like it's just like really traumatic. Like I just, you know, you wake up, you go to sleep one day with things like you're planning your sister's baby shower, and then you wake up to your sister's in the hospital delivering. So it's traumatic. It's like it really just is. So I've talked about on my Instagram like therapy and stuff like that, but you know, everybody grieves different and deals with situations differently, and that's just what's been on dealing with what I've been dealing with, you know. And you know, everybody takes things differently and experiences things differently. I think that was like the most traumatic thing, the way I found out. And it's like not a bad, like obviously I wake up and of course my family's gonna tell me that right away. Like why wouldn't they? It's just, you don't want to wake up like that, you know. Like, and I've honestly never really talked about it without crying, so I'm like really surprised. I think because I'm just like busybody right now, like doing my makeup and stuff, but I literally, every time I talk about it, I will literally cry. So I'm proud of myself right now, but it's okay to cry. Like I'm not gonna like hold back if I'm sad, you know what I mean? Like, so I've learned that too. You don't need to like hold back your tears. You can be sad. We all can be sad about certain things, and you know, I let myself cry when I really need to cry, and right now I guess I'm just ready for this appointment and I don't need to cry. But I guess maybe when I come out I can update you guys. I know this isn't the best lighting, but looking in the mirror, my makeup doesn't look bad. This lighting just isn't it. I got lashes on. This lash, like you can see the glue that it came with, and I didn't bring any liner or any, oh, you know what, maybe some shadow will cover it up really quick. But anyway, I have to get inside to this appointment, and then I will try it and like update you guys. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, I'll come back when I'm done with my appointment, update you guys, and then close out the video. I am so sorry this lighting is so bad, you guys. I parked in the worst spot. But anyways, I'm gonna close out this video. I just got done with my appointment. Everything looks good. Like the whole point of the appointment, I mean, you can look up saline sonogram. I'm sure it'll give you better information than I can tell you, but basically it was looking to see if like I could have like a large septum or like something else basically that could possibly be wrong that would need to be taken care of during surgery. And good news is there's nothing, but that just means like I really need to get surgery to get the cyst out, and my endometrium and the cyst actually got bigger, so that's kind of not good news. But I really need to get taken out. So the next step is scheduling surgery. And that will hopefully take place, you know, between November and January. She said, just depending what her schedule is and like, you know, her surgery dates and stuff. So yeah, I'm super happy that it's nothing else, but also like it's just been this cyst the entire time. So I'm gonna get that taken care of, and hopefully I can, oh my gosh, my phone almost fell. Hopefully I can be more active on YouTube and stuff. It's just, I feel like I love doing content on Instagram and TikTok, so that's where it's all been. If you guys are interested in following me there, if you don't already, I will leave everything linked down below. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel today. I really, really appreciate it. I know I'm not that active, like I just said. I will try to be more active. It's just, I want to film content that I actually want to be filming and to post and to share. And I feel like YouTube is a good space because it's a lot of information, and I can't always post and say every little thing I want to say on Instagram. The stories are a minute and then you get cut off, and then it's like I lose my train of thought and all of that. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will be back soon, hopefully.